Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from the Fairgrounds Racecourse here on Thursday. It is the 14th of December, 2023. Gonna look at the ninth race from the Fairgrounds, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it, around the world. Let's look at the ninth from the Fairgrounds, which is a maiden special weight purse, $52,000, race for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds here. We have a field of 14 horses entered. Keep in mind the 14 is an MTO, and the 12 and 13 are both AE. So 11 will head to the Stall Wilson turf course, the distance of ground of about 1,800 meters if you want to go by that, or the distance of ground of about a 1 mile and 1/8 on the Fairgrounds Stall Wilson turf course, about 1,800 meters, about mile and 1/8. Show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down the notes, just bear with me. Rails out 24 feet. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 9 horse Without Cause. I'm going to go 9-5-8-6 in the superfecta. 9-5-8-6 super. Top selection 9 horse Without Cause. This 2-year-old filly by Omaha Beach. Mark Cassie trains. Jared Loveberry gets the mount. The horse's most recent out came 29th of October at Churchill. Mile 16th off the turf on the slop in a main special weight for 119,000, and he finished 5th by 15 3/4 lengths that day, and he was wide. He was with them a little bit early on, but from a wide poster, he didn't save enough ground, and then he just kind of crumbled. He is bred for dirt, but, looking at his turf effort, I think that's where he wants to go. Coming back to turf, getting a longer trip, which I think he's been crying out for. He is training well. I'm going to give him another shot to redeem himself off of a pretty poor performance. 2 back, he ran the main special weight at Churchill, mile 16th on 23rd of September, and he finished 6th by 11 lengths that day. He was with them early on. He was just a little bit wide in the lane, and then he just kind of drifted, which cost him. If he could have kept a straight course, he wasn't going to win, but he could have, made the race interesting. But since the last run, he is trending quite nicely. A half-mile workout at Churchill, 50-2, 48-4. 50-2, 49-3, and then 52 flat, just to get him a breeze on this track here at the Fairgrounds last time out. Coming here first time Lasix, coming to this turf course, a little bit longer trip. If it stays on the turf, I think he's loaded. I think he can get the trip to win. I'm going to use him. I think the 5 horse here, Way to Be Merry for Robert Trass and Florent Giroux could get a trip to win. Most recently in early November at the Big A, mile 16th on the inner in a main special weight. He finished 2nd by a nose that day, and he stalked. He had the lead. He got caught the wire, but he ran his heart out that day with a 73 buyer. Not a bad race after all said and done. Prior to that, at Aqueduct opening weekend, 6 furlongs on the outer in a main special weight. He finished 5th by 7 lengths that day. He was wide. Jose Gomez lost the whip in the lane. What can you do? He just needed the race for experience. Coming down here is training well. I think with some more trip, he does well. I'm going to use him on the ticket. And even the 8 horse here is still temper. The one race at Colonial on the lawn wasn't bad at all in the Jamestown. They tried to give him on the turf after that at Delaware, but it got rained off in that main special weight where he finished 3rd by 6 1/4 lengths. I thought he was just a little bit wide, and he just wasn't, getting a good handle of the track. I think coming back to turf, I want to see what he does. I'll use him at 10-1 to possibly upset this late pick 4 that looks very nice at the Fairgrounds today. For a Thursday afternoon, you have some very good cards in the country today from Gulfstream. The late pick 4 at Gulfstream looks very nice. This late pick 4 at the Fairgrounds, I don't normally look at the Fairgrounds a lot. I look at the turf races like this one, but for a full card, this card at the Fairgrounds, late pick 4 especially, is very good. So I think you want to play it. But like I said, for a Thursday, not bad at all. But to recount my selection for the ninth from Nollins, the Fairgrounds, I'm gonna take the number 9 horse here Without Cause. We'll give kudos to the 5 horse the 5 horse Way to Be Merry, and the 8 horse Still Temper. 9-5-8-6 super, 9-5-8 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.